Ready? So, what I don't see people talk about is the Z system's inbuilt picture profile.
Today I thought it'll be interesting to see how the different picture profiles look on the Nikon Z series of cameras. Both the Nikon Z and the Z6II have about 20 odd picture profiles apart from the traditional flat, standard, vivid, all those. So let's look at how they work and let's discuss. I think some of them are better than uh, the renowned Fuji picture profiles. So I'll go through all the picture profiles one by one. This is the standard profile, which is most often used by most people. I have a little bit of green in the background. I have her 50 in front of you, and you have the slightly off-white sort of wall there. You have the sky, so you can have a this you can consider this to be the base. Right now, let me change to the next picture profile. This is neutral. I immediately noticed that the contrast got dropped a little, slightly more even toned picture. This immediately, I think for video shooting and everything, neutral is really nice. So this is how this one looks. And so many people love vivid. This is the vivid picture profile. I mean, I really like the vivid picture profile for in some situations, because especially in a colorful place, like if you go to Africa, if you travel to India, there's so many colors. Look, and that's why I kind of asked her to wear this scarf, because this has got a nice colors. And then there's a bit of you can have a look at the skin tone. You can see how the whites look. You can see how the sky looks. Right, the vivid makes everything slightly more saturated, although I haven't dialed up the saturation. Things I really like is the monochrome picture profile. I think it's really nice. Beautiful straight out of the camera, and I think that is the purpose, that how good it looks straight out of the camera. It's not overly contrasty. It's just about okay. Portrait. This is something special. The way it treats the skin is really nice, really interesting. It really complements any skin tone that I have come across so far, and both in the Z6 and the Z6II. I'll show you a few pictures so that you can see how they look. One more thing, in video, the Z6II is tracking the eye beautifully. It's flawless so far. Now this is landscape. The green should be saturated and nice. This is not really meant for skin. I can see that the greens are nice actually. It's like more saturated and more vibrant. It's also slightly more contrasty compared to the other picture profiles. I'll show that to you right now. This is standard picture profile. You can see how the greens are different compared to the landscape picture profile that you just saw. I can see a distinct difference, especially the shadows between the leaves. They look different. They look less saturated. They look less darker, less intense than in the landscape profile. So this is a flat profile. Everyone loves the flat profile for video, and it is beautiful. I really like the flat profile for its you can just grade it a little more easier in video editing. As you can see now, between the leaves, the shadow areas are much less dark, and one interesting thing that you can see is here that you can almost see more in the shadow areas in the flat profile. And this is where I think the magic begins, really. This profile is called the dream profile. It's picture profile 1. I loved what comes out, especially during sunset in this picture profile. It is just beautiful. The shadows, you can see a lot more of the shadows. The blacks are not deep black. It has a slightly brownish magenta. I don't know what sort of tint in it. And so Tripti is really helping you look at the colors, see the colors, and they look really interesting. They look different. I absolutely love this. Picture profile. I think, of course, you see everything has got that slight a different sort of, what do I call it? Is it tint? There is a different color that you see in this, and that adds. This is called morning. I don't particularly like it. I mean, it has a weird color cast. I don't like it. The sky is a little more cyan. If you can notice this, the sky is a little more cyan here. So there is a bit of green shift in this picture profile. By using color gels and flash, if you can correct for the greenness, then you can really use that cyan shift in this picture profile for creative effect, which I think would be very interesting. But as it is on the skin, it looks different. It looks greenish. So just out of camera, this profile, the morning profile, does not look very nice on the skin. This is supposed to be pop. The colors are a lot more vibrant. It's interesting. I like it. Interesting, and everything is more. I think it's a more vibrant version of the vibrant, but the dynamic range is less. I can see the sky being blown out. I'm not going through all picture profiles. This is different. This is called silence. This has got something dramatic about it. I don't know how to sort of explain it. There is something dramatic about it, and I can see some of the colors with much less saturation, and everything else sort of is toned down. One more really interesting picture profile is this melancholy profile. Of course, these things need to be used. These picture profiles need to be used. Understanding your environment, understanding the lighting, and then if one uses it, I think they're very different. The good thing about this picture profile is that they're very different from each other. Like they are not sort of like tiny varieties within the same set. They're quite different. Look at the sky color here. Look at the greens here. Look at the skin tone here. Now look at the brick wall there. This is denim. Again, this is not for skin. This is not for skin, but at least I don't think so. I don't see myself using this for video as well. This reminds me of this GoPro or like action camera sort of look. And look at the greens there. It gives you that somewhat. This brick wall is looking more saturated and nice in this picture profile. I guess there's a bit more magenta in this than compared to the others. Here is toy. This is charcoal, and this is beautiful. This particular picture profile. This is light monochrome, but obviously the blacks are more raised. There's hardly any light inside my room, right inside my house. I really like how it gives you a smoothened black and white look, not too contrasty. If I'm ever going to do a production which is in black and white and indoors, perhaps I'm going to use this because this looks smooth and carbon. This is similar, but way more contrasty. You're not going to get anything out of the blacks. If you don't manage your exposure well, you're likely to lose your details in both the highlight areas and the shadow areas. So back to the portrait picture profile. This is one of my favorites, and I'll tell you the good thing about the picture profile that we showed you guys today is that there are so many to choose from first, and then for each of them you can change them, you can customize them. There is an effect level from 1 to 20. You can change the effect level. You want lesser effect, you want higher effect, you want the full effect. Like I'm shooting all these things in the full effect of 20 at level 20. You can have at 10. There is also the other controls. You can change the saturation, the contrast, the hue. You can have full control over sharpness and clarity. You have full control over sharpness. Most importantly, you not only have quick sharp, which affects the entire image, but you can also look at mid-range sharpness. So not only do you have a lot of picture profiles, you have a lot of ways to customize them, and that's the best part. And that's something that I find that Nikon does better than the Fuji. And honestly, for the Indian skin, what I see coming out of the Nikon is much better than what I see coming out of the Fuji. The Fuji somehow, maybe it works wonders on white skin and on black skin, but for Indian skin, brown skin at least, skin that falls within the middle range, or the middle shade, you know. I think what the Nikon does is wonderful for most of the picture profiles. So I really enjoy shooting, uh, keeping the picture profiles in mind. I try and understand how, in what circumstance, what kind of lighting, what kind of situation, which picture profile will work better. So as you start using it, you will know how to use them better. Of course, as with anything in life. And I guess this helped you guys. And if this helped you, please like and share what you think in the comments below. And Tripti, I think you can do the honors of asking.
Yeah, it's a new channel, it's a small channel. We need your support and encouragement. Do let us know what more you would like to see, and also your suggestions on how we are doing. If you like what we see, if you like what we show, please do subscribe, like and comment. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye guys. See you again.
See you.